In this video, we're going to learn how to load data from the Datadog agent into ClickStack. So on my machine, I'm running the Datadog agent, and then we've got a Hacker News app that's instrumented with the Datadog SDK. Traces and spans are sent directly to the Datadog agent. Logs are written to a file that the agent then tails. Now, usually the agent would then send all that observability data on to Datadog. But what we're going to do in this video is send it to ClickStack via its Datadog receiver for the OpenTelemetry Collector. So let's come over to the terminal and we'll watch the output of the Datadog trace agent, which shows, amongst other info, how many traces and spans have been received. Our Hacker News app is already running, so let's put that on the left-hand side. And the app sends requests in the background every 15 seconds, which is how we've already generated some traces and spans. But we can play around here, changing the year, and then if we scroll down, we can change the search term as well. And of course, most of the AI products and companies that are popular in 2026 didn't exist in 2020. And once the next 1 minute window is reached, we now have a bunch more tracks and spans received. What we're going to do next is launch ClickStack using the all-in-one Docker image. Now notice in particular, we've got enabled Datadog receiver set to true, so we need that. And then if we come down a little bit, the Datadog receiver is running on port 8126 inside ClickStack, but we're exposing it on the host at 18126. And then if we run that, we'll see the ClickStack UI is available on 8080. So we'll go there, we'll create ourselves a user, and then we need to go click on my email, go team settings, API and agents, and capture that ingestion API key because we need to provide that to the Datadog agent. We're then going to open up our Datadog config. You see at the moment, all we've got at the top is the API key set to dummy value. So that's the minimum that we need for the Datadog agent to run. So we're going to move that up to the top, and then we're going to remove that line. And we're going to paste in some new config. So we'll go through this. So at the top, we've got the DD URL. So that's the destination for infrastructure metrics. And notice it's pointing at the ClickStack receiver port 18126. If we then come down, we do a similar sort of thing for the APM config. So that's capturing the spans and traces and forwarding them to our ClickStack receiver. We do the same for logs. And then we're disabling remotely triggered agent upgrades and configuration changes. And then finally, we're changing the infrastructure metrics to use Datadog's V2 series intake API because that one is supported by ClickStack and not V3, which is the default. We're then going to restart the Datadog agent to pick up those changes. Next, I've got this little script here that's going to fire a whole load of requests at our Hacker News app so that we can see data coming in to ClickStack more quickly. And if we then go back to the ClickStack UI, you can see we've got loads of events coming in there. So we're starting with logs. We can click on one of those log entries and we'll get an overview. We can zoom in on the column values if we prefer. And then you can see we've got the surrounding log entries as well. We can then switch over to traces and have a look at an individual trace as well. It's got a service map that isn't that interesting in this case, and then it's got surrounding context as well. If we come back to the trace, we can click through to the other function calls behind that top level request. And then finally, we have the chart explorer. And so if we change that to metrics, we can then have it show, for example, the average CPU usage over time. And if you want to learn more about ClickStack, you'll want to check out this playlist next.